I'm gonna start this video off with another saying that this is gonna be a very different kind of video, but everybody has some kind of story to tell, right? Everybody has a story in their life that they're, you know, they want to tell, like a silly story, right? Or maybe if you want to be contrarian, you're gonna be like, actually, I don't have any stories. I live the most boring life you'll ever meet because I like it that way, and there's no such thing as a story in my life. But everybody has something, right? Now, with some stories, I got a lot of stories from when I was younger, right? I'm gonna let you guys in a little bit on my life. There's a good amount of stories from when I was younger, and for one reason or another, I didn't I didn't tell my parents about them. Now, I'm gonna preface this video. I'm gonna title it "Stories You Don't Tell Your Parents." Now, it's not because it's weird or anything, but because these moments were like so embarrassing to me that I just didn't tell my parents about it, right? And I'm sure you have a story like that in your life, or something like that, where it's so embarrassing. Like, these are not my most embarrassing stories. That's not what I'm here to tell you. But these are so embarrassing that I didn't tell my parents about them, right? But okay, so we're either gonna do like 1 or 2 stories. If I have enough time for 2, actually, I'm not fully sure. But basically, let's pull back the time, exact time. All right, let me set the scene for you. The year is 2019. I am in 8th grade, and Halloween is like right around the corner, and I want to go out with my friends, right? Well, I've never done this before, so I decided to ask if like they're going trick-or-treating, and a couple of them are, right? It's the 8th grade, so many people aren't going trick-or-treating, but I knew most of the people in my class, so I knew how to ask, you know, to see who was gonna go trick-or-treating. And so, you know, I don't wear the best Halloween outfit for 2019. Definitely not the best. I kind of wear. I say that it was ironic, but I thought it was funny, personally, and that we didn't really have much time to actually buy a Halloween costume, right? I'm so bad at picking Halloween costumes that like I always wait until the very, very last minute to actually get like a good Halloween costume, right? Because I just never think about it until like last minute. I'll think about it, and I'm like, nah, we'll do something else. Nah, we'll do something else. And then I forget about it for like 3 months. And then it's like Halloween, it's like October, and I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do? And then I forget about it for like a week or 2. And then I end up having to pick something last minute. I went as an inflatable cowboy. Not the best costume, a little hard to run in. That's very specific for this story that I'm gonna tell you. We decided to go to a neighborhood, a really fancy neighborhood, or well, it's as fancy as you can really get in that area that we went trick-or-treating. And so there's a lot of different streets and neighborhoods that are all like in the fancier area. Now with my friends, we decide that we want to hit as many houses as we can, right? Where it's a big group of us. It's like 6 people, I think. Let's see. Yeah, say like 6 people. We got 6 people. That means a lot of candy. Right? So we decide, let's run to every single neighborhood that we can get in that night, right? Standard kid stuff. The issue is that there's a 2-way going one direction on one side of the road, and there's a 2-lane going the other direction on the other side of the road, right? So, and it was Halloween. Halloween is really busy on the road. At least that one night, that one year, the roads were super busy, right? Essentially what we have to do is we have to wait for the cars to pass, run, and then get to this middle strip, right? There's a little strip right between, or in between the 2 different directions, right, of traffic. And in that strip, it's like, it's tiny, man. When I say a little strip, at least in some areas, it was like fine. There was maybe like a tree and like some grass growing there. They'll do that to make it look like a little fancy. They make it look like their tax dollars are at work. But in other areas, oh my god, it was like standing on the tightrope right above the circus. Okay, And so we would have to run. We'd have to wait for the traffic to go from one area, run to the middle, wait for the traffic to go the other direction, and then run to the other side, right? If we wanted to cross sides and hit the other neighborhood. And that's what we wanted to do. It was Halloween. We were like 13, 14. We thought we were great. We thought we were the king of the world, right? All Halloween trick-or-treating at the same time. It was great. And it worked. It went fine the first few times, actually. I'm surprisingly very surprised. It went fine. We followed the rules that we set up, where we'd cross halfway, then cross the next halfway, right? And then we'd do the same thing for the other side. But I don't remember. It was the last time we decided to do it. It was the last time. We didn't know it was the last time. The only reason we decided it was the last time was because of what happened. Now, one of my friends who was with us trick-or-treating, I won't name him. I won't name any of them, but he was a good friend of mine. And this good friend of mine, even since he was a kid, right? I'm a little older than him, but and he's a little bigger than me. And when I mean bigger, I mean taller, but I mean bigger both ways. Let's just say I mean bigger both ways. He's a little big, and he's not a fast runner. Especially it's middle school. I can excuse him not being, or him being a little big. It's middle school. So we're all still growing, right? And I was a little chubby myself, but he was not great at running. Now, I don't know why he decided to do this, but essentially, I don't remember exactly how the story goes down, because this was a while back. This was 6 years ago, man. But essentially, he doesn't follow with the group, right? So the group runs to the middle section, waits for traffic, and then runs to the next section. Me being a good friend, I decided to wait with my friend, and so we're waiting there, me and him, at the far end of the road. There's cars coming, and we gotta wait a little. Cars go by, and we decide to cross. Now, my friend, who once again, not a great runner, he's never been great at sports, right? He decides that he wants to go all the way, right? One go. So instead of going to the middle section and waiting, he goes after we hit the middle section. He just goes. I stop. I wait. I watch him. I'm like, what are you doing? Right? Because he's just running. He's running. He's giving it his all. He's putting everything he can into this. And let me tell you, everything that he can give is not a lot, right? So we got this chubby guy dressed up. I don't remember exactly what he's dressed up as. He's wearing a flannel. He's wearing all dark clothing, essentially. He's running across the street. And there's a car coming. And I see it, and I yell out to him, go! Just go, dude! Run! Right? Because he can't go backwards because there's another car coming. He just has to go forwards, essentially. He can't stop because then he will get hit by the car. And I watch him. And I swear, the life, I feel like something pushed him forwards, right? Like some external force just shoved him forwards and made sure he got to the end. Because he was like an inch probably away from getting hit by that car and denting it, right? Because, let me tell you, it was right there. And when he got to that sidewalk, he was heaving. He was tired, man. But if he had been just a little slower, if he was maybe an inch behind where he was supposed to be, he would have gotten hit by the car. And that would not have been good for us ever going out again, right? But he survived, and I was a little surprised. Now, the story keeps going on, right? Still Halloween, and we're trick-or-treating still. Me and my friend are by ourselves discussing what just happened, him almost getting hit by a goddamn car, right? And so we are wandering down the neighborhood, right? We end up just going by ourselves for a little bit. Our classmates are wandering as a group of four, going to all the houses. Me and him are talking for a bit. And we wander down, I don't even know if you could consider it the wrong street, because we were still in McMansionville. There were still big houses everywhere. There was just no one really had their lights on, right? So we're wandering, and we're just looking for anywhere to go, really, to get candy. And we wander and we see this ATV passing or coming towards us. He's got his lights on, real bright. And the guy's on it. We can't see him exactly, right? Because he's on an ATV. And so we stand there, we watch him, both of us, because I don't know exactly what compelled us both to just watch him. Either it was that cool to us, or maybe we believe that our two selves wouldn't have been kidnapped if we just stood there and stared the guy down, because we're so tough at like 5'3", and I think I was like 160 at 5'3", 5'5", you know, the insane build, mini P.E.K.K.A build, some would refer to it. And we're watching this ATV come by, and he's coming by, and we're watching him, and I kind of wave at him. I think, if I remember correctly, I wave at the guy, and he stops his ATV. He slows down his ATV and stops in front of us right here. And I look over at my friend, and we're like, and I'm like, we are gonna get kidnapped. This is it. We're never seeing our parents again. And the guy turns off the ATV, and he's like fully kitted out. He's got gloves on, long pants, he's got boots, and he's got a helmet on, right? He was like completely untraceable. And so he turns off the ATV and steps off of it, and we're watching him, and we're like, ah. And he goes to the back, he opens up a compartment, and he pulls out two things. And we're looking at him, we're like, oh. And he pulls out two little baggies of Scooby-Doo fruit snacks. And he hands one to both of us. And we take them, and we're like, thanks, happy Halloween. We're like, still like weirded out by the whole encounter, and he nods to us. Not a single word. It's like meeting a Fortnite character in real life. He nods to us, not a single word, gets back on his ATV, and goes. And he disappears into the night. Never saw him again after that. I don't know what happened with that. It was so weird. But yeah, that's about it. I'm actually going to save the other story for next time. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to check down below for my socials. We're trying to hit 100 subscribers by the end of January. So please, 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 please share my content to any of your friends, right? Anybody that'd be interested in some more stuff like this. If you want to see more stories with me, I still got, I got some more stories that I can tell, right? If you guys are interested, please let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next one, alright? Bye-bye.